You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Friday, August 8th. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo and here is what's happening. A Pahrump man is now behind bars accused of shoving a woman into a washing machine during an argument over the news. Roy Rosell has the details.
A Pahrump man is now facing multiple charges, including elder abuse and parole violation, after the Nye County Sheriff's Office says he pushed a woman into a washing machine during a heated argument. Deputies responded to a home here in Pahrump at 8:35 p.m. on August 2nd, after a call reported that 58-year-old Stephen Colick had attempted to enter her RV without permission. The woman told authorities that Colick was intoxicated and currently under parole supervision. When deputies arrived, they were told that Colick had been in the detached garage on the property. As they approached, they heard blaring music and a loud bang from the back of the house, followed by a woman shouting, "Don't push me." Deputies found Colick at the back door with another woman who had reportedly become angry after watching the news earlier in the day, sparking an argument. She claimed that Colick shoved her into a washing machine in the entryway, which deputies believe was the noise that they heard upon arrival. The victim, who was over 60 years old, had not had any visible injuries. At the Nye County Detention Center, Colick initially refused to remove a necklace for religious reasons, but deputies informed him that it had to be removed under jail policy. Authorities say he then stood up and clenched his fists, threatening to F them up, and then referenced a previous incident where it allegedly took 7 deputies to restrain him. The necklace was eventually removed without further incident. Colick also refused a breath test and was booked on charges of elder abuse, violation of parole, being an habitual criminal, and intimidation of a public officer. Due to 5 prior felony convictions in California, Colick also meets Nevada's criteria to become an habitual criminal, which means he can face 5 to 20 years in prison.
More news now. This year's Purple Heart Day brought the annual ceremony at Chief Tecapa Cemetery, honoring all of the courageous men and women who were wounded or made the ultimate sacrifice in service of our beautiful nation. And News 25 has this beautiful story.
Members of the Pahrump community gathered at the Chief Tecapa Cemetery to honor Purple Heart Day. Each year, residents come together to pay their respects to past and present veterans who've risked their lives to protect and serve our country. The ceremony began with Tom Waters introducing the honored guests in attendance, followed by the presentation of the colors in the national anthem, performed by Sergeant Greg Curtin of the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
During the event, Waters surprised the crowd by calling B.J. Hattrick to the podium and naming her an honorary lieutenant colonel.
I decided to make her an honorary lieutenant colonel, which we did.
B.J., we talked a few minutes before that, and you're lovely. I have something I'd like to read for you. It says, for her exceptional service to military personnel, their families, veterans programs, and advocating for veterans' rights, for her outstanding public service to the military community, for her promotion of military values of courage, integrity, and selfless service, for her work to boost morale of individuals and units within the military community, and for her actions to celebrate and support the military in Pahrump, Nye County, and across the state of Nevada. Be it known to all present this date that B.J. Hedrick Aaron be appointed Honorary Colonel, U.S. Army.
Bruce Jabor and Greg Hafen then presented several proclamations to honorary veterans recognizing their dedication and sacrifice to both the nation and the community. Following the ceremony, News 25 spoke with Bruce Jabor about the significance of the event.
Good evening, everybody. Commissioner Bruce Jabor, Nye County, District 1. I'm here at the Purple Heart ceremony at the Armed Services area of the Chief Tacopa Cemetery. It was absolutely phenomenal event, and it was standing room only. We had a colonel come out from Henderson, Nevada to pay respect. We also have our own very own local Colonel Tom Waters that resides here in Pahrump, and it was to honor, and it's to honor every year annually August 7th as Purple Heart Proclamation Day throughout the state, not just here in Nye County. And again, we had some guest speakers, and you missed an event. I hope that you watch the station 25, and you can recap of this such beautiful and glorious ceremony that happened today.
What a great ceremony. And Las Vegas Metro is out in full force this season, flagging unsafe drivers. They say the officer's goal is to hold the line for safety.
What's up, Raider Nation? Head Coach Pete Carroll here. Hey, we need a winning playbook off the field and out on the road, which is why we're partnering with our community leaders to shine a light on an important issue.
Over 10 years ago, we launched the Zero Fatalities program in Nevada. Today, that mission is more important than ever. We all have a personal responsibility to look out for each other on the road because lives are on the line.
All too often, I see cases for the same issues: speeding, impaired driving, failing to look for pedestrians.
Since 2011, there have been over 2,000 fatalities in Nevada. Be vigilant and keep an eye out for pedestrians.
Slow down and obey traffic signs.
And above all, don't drive impaired. Together, we can make Nevada's roads safer for all.
Visit zerofataliesnv.com for more information.
Well, fans got their first look at the new Las Vegas Raiders team in action last night as the team battled the Seattle Seahawks in their preseason matchup. News 25 sports reporter Mikey Ruhan has what fans are wanting to hear about and so much more.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aviators lost a slugfest on Thursday night, 15-12 against the Salt Lake Bees, rematch this evening at 6:05. Pete Carroll's Seattle return ended without a winner or a loser when Jalen Gaines blocked Daniel Carlson's 55-yard field goal try for Las Vegas as time expired, leaving the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23 on Thursday night. Up next for the Raiders, another preseason game as they host the San Francisco 49ers on Saturday, August 16th. The Las Vegas Aces play the Sun in Connecticut on Sunday. And the Vegas Nighthawks will be on home turf this evening when they play their first Indoor Football League Western Conference Championship. Go Nighthawks. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Coming up, this week's Community Viewpoint will tell you what's going on.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25 on this Friday. I'm Chris Palermo. Now here is a sneak peek at this week's Community Viewpoint. Dr. Tom Waters spoke about an upcoming Rotary event. This isn't just an event, though, any event. There is a chance to win $10,000. Let's take a look at the details.
This week on an all-new Community Viewpoint, Dr. Tom Waters joins John Pollock in a historical television event, Community Viewpoint, this weekend on KPVM TV and on KPVM's YouTube page.
So what I'd like to do also, do you have anything else?
Well, I was going to talk about the Rotary tickets.
That's what I was going to get to right now.
We have, the Rotary has a $10,000 giveaway. It's going to be in October, on October 25th. But you have to get tickets in advance. We only have 350 tickets, and they are going fast. Again, if you want tickets, they are $100 a piece, and it admits 2 people. If you want a meal, it's going to be $35 extra per person. But for that, you're going to win $10,000. It's a $10,000 giveaway. So contact me if you need tickets, Tom Waters or twaters2015@gmail.com. The reason there's 2015 in my email address is because that's the first year that I was not in politics.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. News 25 had the honor of speaking with actress and singer Lindsay Kraft about her stop in Las Vegas tomorrow night. She'll be opening for Ben Folds on August 9th.
But we could have this. We could have this.
Actress and singer Lindsay Kraft is headed to Las Vegas, and not just for a weekend getaway. On August 9th, she'll be opening for Ben Folds at the Encore Theater at the Wynn, bringing her unique blend of humor, heart, and original music to the stage. You might recognize Kraft from shows like Grace and Frankie and Yanni on the Netflix series that was filmed in Las Vegas called Obliterated. But these days, she's making waves in the music world with songs that are as clever as they are catchy. We caught up with her before the big night to chat about her creative journey, what it's like touring with Ben Folds, and why she's not afraid to get a few laughs along the way. You're performing a musical when you open up for Ben.
Well, I was doing that for like about 8 months, and I've started to not do it quite as much like that because now I'm actually working on the full-length musical. So it was starting, I didn't want to feel like I had to do the whole musical, but they're all songs from my musical that I wrote.
What's going to happen in Las Vegas? Like, you're coming to the Encore Theater at the
Yes,
Wynn?
I'm very excited. I've never played Vegas before, although I have as an actress filmed in Vegas in this show called Obliterated that I was on Netflix, and we shot in Vegas for a while. People get there, arrive, and sometimes people don't know that there's an opener, and so they're surprised or annoyed that there's someone before Ben. And I just kind of do my thing that some people find entertaining, and I sort of tell stories with songs, I guess similarly to Ben in that way, but it does feel somewhat theatrical in a way, but not because of like costumes or makeup or lighting. It's just kind of the storytelling that I think feels a little bit like, oh, this seems like a musical.
What do you hope fans take away the most when they see you perform?
I hope that they think about their own lives and potentially wanting to get into something maybe in their 40s, like I did. I started playing music in my 40s. So I think it's sort of a rumor that you can't start something new when you get a little bit older. So I hope that people are inspired to do that and reflect on their lives and think about the choices they've made and leave thinking about themselves. Hi, I'm Lindsay Kraft. Catch me on Saturday at the Wynn in Las Vegas, August 9th. I'll be performing and opening for Ben Folds.
All right, it's the weekend, so let's keep the entertainment going. Here's Mikey to tell us what's cooking over on the radio side this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy. Why did the chicken cross the road? To download the Ace Country Radio app. That's why you can too. It's free. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on August 5th, Vern Gosdin will pay tribute to him. Born on August 8th, Webb Pierce will pay tribute to him. Also born on August 8th, Mel Tillis will pay tribute to him. And born on August 10th, Jimmy Ray Dean will pay tribute to him. In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, my special guest Caleb Elliott zooms in to talk about how he got his eclectic sound. Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio. and streaming at Channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country radio app.
Thank you, Mikey. A computer tip from Josh coming up on how to improve your home Wi-Fi. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Now here is Josh Osborne with this week's quick tutorial on how to improve your home Wi-Fi.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Pahrump Zone. Great computer deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today's topic, the top 5 ways of improving the Wi-Fi performance at your home. Number 1, you want to make sure that you have a really good quality router. In case you don't know, the router is the little box in your home that has those little antennas and those green flashing lights. That's where all the Wi-Fi comes from, and it needs to be a really good electronic device. It can't be some budgie Chinese knockoff one that you bought on eBay for 50 bucks. And you also got to be careful that with your internet service provider, if they're providing that router for you, either free or charging you another $7 to $10 to rent one from them, make sure that one is a good quality. I really like the brands Netgear, D-Link, TP-Link are some of the top ones. And just remember, when you buy these routers, you get what you pay for. So make it a good one, because Wi-Fi is obviously pretty important in your home. Number 2, you want to make sure that you position this router really well. And basically what I mean by that is it needs to be in a spot that is central to your home, because a router is omnidirectional. That means the Wi-Fi and internet service coming from it are going out evenly in all directions. So I recommend to put it in your home somewhere very central so it reaches all the rooms evenly as much as possible. Number 3, you want to make sure that you minimize interference. And a lot of people don't realize, but devices like baby monitors or microwaves or other things like that will actually interfere with the signal coming from your router. So whenever possible, try to keep those objects and those devices as far away as you possibly can. Number 4, you want to make sure that you keep your router's firmware or software updated. And what do I mean by that? Well, you have iPhones, you have Android phones, you have tablets, laptops, desktops. All those devices perform better when you keep them updated. And the same is true for a router. Definitely keep it updated. And even though this might be a little bit more complicated, there are ways that you can actually log into your router's settings. Most routers on the very bottom will list a website address and a standard username and password that's been preset for you that you can use to log into the settings of that device. And on that device, you're going to see that there's an option for checking for updates. Make sure that those updates that are on there are completely up to date to get the maximized and best performance. And then last but not least, sometimes a router is not enough and you need a little bit more. And there's some devices that are on the market called Wi-Fi range extenders. And basically what these devices do is they kind of close up some of the holes that might be dead zones in your home. And even though routers are pretty good, they're omnidirectional, they're supposed to cover your entirety of your home, sometimes certain spots of the house, for whatever reason, unbeknownst to us, just don't get the signal quite as strong as other areas. That's where these little extenders come in. You can actually plug them into an outlet, and what they will do is they will repeat the signal that's coming from your router and kind of improve areas as much as possible. And the best part is they're really not that expensive, about 50, 60 bucks a piece, and you can improve the Wi-Fi in those particular spots of your home. So there you have it, folks, the top 5 ways to improve the performance of Wi-Fi in your home. I hope that helps you out. If you guys have any questions, be sure to head over to Great Computer Deals. We're located on Highway 372, right next to Game Corner Arcade and Fun Center. We will catch you guys on the next quick tutorial.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's here in Pahrump, just outside of the News 25 studios. Okay, we made it to Friday, and that's the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam. And I did see a weather map of the flow of the haze and the smoke from the surrounding wildfires. It is moving in an easterly direction. All depends on the wind, really, and we'll tell you all about that in the weather forecast.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Roy Rossell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and taking a look at Nevada right now. Up in northern Nevada, Fernley is looking at 93 degrees, 94 in Fallon. Carson City is at 92, 91 in Tonopah. Goldfield's at 94, Beatty is at 102. Amargos and Las Vegas are both sitting at 108, and Death Valley's 10 degrees higher at 118 today. But here in the beautiful paradise of Pahrump, it's currently 105 degrees. The high today was 106, wind blowing south-southwest at 16 miles per hour. With sunny skies today, we saw 9% humidity, and the sun rose this morning at 5:56 and will be setting tonight at 7:41 p.m. The humidity raises up to 13%, and the wind continues to blow southeast at 15 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 79 degrees. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast that we are seeing. It'll be pretty hot throughout the weekend. 106 tomorrow on Saturday. 107 on Sunday. Monday, we're seeing 108 degrees, 107 on Tuesday, down to 105 on Wednesday, 102 on Thursday, and then into the double digits next Friday, my last day, at 99 degrees. So make sure to enjoy the double digits next Friday. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you, Miss Rosal. Looking pretty good. And coming up Saturday night, the last showing of the Movies in the Park at Ian Deutsch. So we're losing some daylight, and that movie could be starting a little earlier with an earlier sunset. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight and this weekend. Catch up with us and keep up to date on our Facebook page, News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great weekend.